starting my cashless budgeting system all over in 2026. Here's exactly what I would do. Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Nikki. If you are returning, welcome back. Now, I heard y'all wanted to start a cashless budgeting system come 2026. And I'm here to tell you that cashless budgeting is not for the weak. Your girl wasn't strong enough to do this in the beginning. So I will not say that this is for the beginner. This is for the person that has been budgeting for a while. This is for the person that has been staying up under their budget, because you're going to have to automate everything. Just imagine everything being on automated draft. So I'm going to be breaking down my system on what I would do all over again if I was starting brand new, setting up my cashless budget. So the very first thing that I would do is I would open up 2 checking accounts. And the reason why I say I will open up 2 checking accounts is because you want to separate your spending money from your bill money. And that's exactly what it would be for. I would have 1 checking account for my bill money, and I would have another checking account for my spending money. And you're going to keep those 2 monies separate. It don't need to be in the same banking account or anything like that. You don't need to be switching over money from the bill account to the spending account because you done spent too much money in the spending account, or you don't need to be sending money over from the spending account to the bill account because you didn't budget enough money for the bills or whatever like that. The next thing that I would do is I would set up a main checking account where your paycheck is going to go into. And I would suggest this being inside of a money market account attached to a high yield savings account. And I recommend Ally Bank for this. If I was to go over and do it all over again, I would have all of my money going to Ally. But because I'm sharing things with someone, it's just feasible for me to have it in the same checking account that they have theirs in, so we could just switch the money automatically together and it merged perfectly. But I would have all of my money going into the money market account, so that way while that money is sitting over there, it can be gaining a little bit of interest compared to what the interest is on a traditional bank. So once you have your money going into your main account, then the next thing that I would do is I would list out my income. I need to know how much money am I going to be having coming in every single month. Now, you might be like me and you might be like, girl, I don't know how much my paycheck is going to be. Like, I get paid different amount every single time. So what I want you to do is I want you to go back through all of your paychecks that you have gotten paid in 2025. And then I want you to go with the lowest paycheck. So if your lowest paycheck was $1,900, every single time that you planning out your budget, every single time that you are getting paid, you want to think in your mind, okay, my paycheck is going to be $1,900, even though it may be more, but your lowest one was $1,900. So you're going to go with $1,900. So that way on those worst case scenarios, you know, at least you're going to have $1,900 coming into your checking account every single time that you are paid. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to write down all of your bills. And I'm talking about your main bills, such as your rent, your mortgage, your life insurance, your light bill, gas bill, water bill, cable bill if you have the internet, your main bills. Anything that is a bill with a due date, you want to have that listed out. And then you want to budget that at the highest amount that bill has ever been. So go back through this year's statements and see exactly how much was the bill. So was the light bill $400? Okay, then budget that at $400. Was the phone bill $200? Budget it at $200, because that way when you do your income and you're doing your income at the lowest amount that you receive and you're doing your bills at the highest amount, once you get that worst case scenario, and if the income could take care of all of those bills and you still have money left, you're going to be in very good shape, because not all of the time you're going to be getting paid the lowest. Not every single month are the bills going to be the highest. So you're going to automatically already have some money left over. So that's what you're going to be doing there. Now, with your spending account, what you're going to be doing is the same exact thing, but with your spending. So if you know that you go to the gas station every single Sunday and you're spending $60 to fill up your car, budget out every single Sunday $60 and just total it up. And then that is the amount of money that you want to put inside of your spending checking account. Same thing with food. So in my spending account, you will have like your food, you will have your gas, you will have like clothing, like anything that you want to put inside of your spending spending account, you will put it there. I like to break mine down even further, but I'm not gonna, I won't give you all of these accounts right away. Just starting off, all you would need is three checking accounts, and one high yield savings account and another savings account attached to the bill account, because emergencies happen. You might get a flat tire. The breaker may go out in your new house that you just got. That was me. So you want to have at least $1,000 in that little small savings account that's attached to your bill account. So that way you can easily transfer that money over if you get a flat tire. If you can easily transfer that money over if something goes wrong in the house, or somebody gets sick and you need to pay the copay because you didn't budget for that, for the emergency room or that type of thing. And then outside of that, in the high yield savings account, you need to be putting money set aside for emergencies. Now, I feel like emergencies in the high yield savings account is different from the little small emergencies. The high yield savings account emergencies is for, okay, well, when you lose your income and you don't have no money coming in, that's when we start pulling from over there. Or somebody gets sick and you don't have no income coming in, you use that for that. Or if you decide to pivot and you want to quit your job and just go all in on content, or go all in on yourself, or maybe just want to find another job or whatever like that, at least you have this lump sum of money. And I would suggest you having at least 6 months over there. I know the experts say 3 to 6 months, but I think 3 months gonna go by like that. So I say at least 6 months of bills and expenses inside of a high yield savings account. And like I said before, or I don't know if I said it before, but I recommend Ally Bank for that, for your money market account and for your high yield savings account. That's who I actually use. I don't really use my money market account or whatever, since I do have the Navy Federal set up where I can actually switch over to my bills account seamlessly or whatever. So that just works better for me. So I will link Ally Bank down below in the description box just in case you are interested. There are other high yield savings accounts out there, but that's just the one that I recommend because they also do buckets as well. So if you need to see how much money you are having set aside for, like, okay, well, this is for my rent, this is for my utilities, this is for XYZ, whatever the thing is, they allow you to put buckets inside of there. And I feel like that's kind of, something people can actually see if you need to see amount separated with what goes where, how much goes where. Now, the next thing and the final thing you want to do is you want to know how much money do you have left. So once you budget out your lowest amount of income and you subtracting these bills and you're subtracting all of these expenses from your shopping account and stuff like that, are you in the positive or are you in the negative? If you're in the positive, then of course now you can start focusing on your money goals. Now you can start maybe sending extra money towards debt. Maybe you want to invest. Whatever your money goals are, you can start planning that out, and I would suggest you doing that inside of your money market account. That's why I said to get that money market account, I would suggest you doing that inside of there, because the money will be just sitting in there. And the more you have money sitting inside of there, the more money that account is actually going to grow. Now, if your number is a negative number, then we need work to do. We got some work to do, and that's okay. Some people numbers is not going to be a positive number every single time. That just means that you are spending more than you are bringing in. And it may not seem like that right away, but that's exactly what you are doing. So you want to kind of like go back through all of your bills, and you might want to say, you know what, do I need cable this 6 months? Maybe we can go a year without cable and just free up that $200 or free up that $100 or whatever it is, and maybe just get internet. You know what I'm saying? So just go back through your bills and expenses and see where can you cut some things out. And then once you cut some things out, kind of like test it out for 3 months. Test it out for 3 months. Once you figure out a number and you're in the positive, then you're good to go. And that is pretty much how I would set up my cashless budget, with having my 2 checking accounts. One checking account for my bills, another checking account for my spending such as food and gas, and then my main checking account where my money is actually deposited. That is going to be into a money market account that has a high yield savings account attached to it. Ally Bank is good for that. That's exactly what I have. I just utilize it for the high yield savings account right now, and that is money that you're going to be putting into that high yield savings account and watching it grow while money is actually sitting over there. The other ones are going to be account that actually will with the bills account, you're just going to put money inside of that account, whatever that amount totals up to. That is the amount that you're going to be putting over there at the beginning of the month, maybe every other pay period, however you want to do it. It's not a right or wrong way. For my bills account, I just put that whole amount, which is $17.50. I transferred that over to my bills account at the beginning of the month. So the first of the month, that goes over there. I know that my household bills are taken care of for the month, and I just got that out of the way. Only thing I have to worry about is just like my little bills, or whatever. So yeah, that's pretty much what I would do to start off my cashless budgeting system. I hope this was helpful. I'm open to suggestions. Anything else that y'all want to learn from me, let me know down below in the comment section. And again, Ally Bank will be posted down below in the comments as well. And I will see you in the next video. Happy budgeting. I can't wait to see you succeed come 2026. Bye.